Shubman Gill's exclusion from the T20 World Cup squad for the 2026 tournament became a major talking point amongst fans, mainly because it was pretty clear that he had been anointed as a future captain in waiting by the BCCI, having been named the vice captain, but due to his own poor form, ended up having to be pushed out of the side because there was no way that the team could carry an underperforming captain as well as an underperforming vice captain. But whilst a lot of people have said a lot of things about it, we haven't really heard much from Shubman himself, that is right up until now. The man who is currently India's captain in Test and ODI cricket has finally broken his silence on the T20 World Cup snub because he was asked about it in the pre-match press conference ahead of the first ODI against New Zealand, and the response he offered was, well, let's just say it is the kind of straight bat that you'd wish a lot of the English players offered up to some of the good Aussie bowling they faced during the Ashes. Check out what it is he had to say. He said that, look, I am where I have to be, and whatever is written in my destiny, no one can take that from me. The selectors have taken their decision, and again, it's a very typical, very good non-response because again, he's not really said anything. He's just said that, look, what's destined for me, no one can take. However, the selectors have taken their decision as of now. He's also added that, I want to wish the team good luck, and that, every player when they're performing is always trying to put out their best for their country. So it's a non-answer, and I didn't really expect anything much from him. He was never going to publicly come out and say, oh, I'm very disappointed. How can the BCCI or the selectors do this to me? He was never going to say that. Indian cricket just doesn't work that way. He did, however, offer up a little bit more of an open answer when quizzed about reports claiming that he himself had requested additional practice time, including a 15-day camp prior to Test series, to ensure that India's red ball results went up. He did say something on that, and this is what he had to say. He said that, look, we did not have enough time before the South Africa and the West Indies series. It's good to have time to prepare when going from white ball to red ball, and I will agree with him here. One of the major issues with the cricketing calendar, especially the Indian cricketing calendar as of now, is that there's just no time to breathe. It's series after series after series, and if there's no series, there's IPL. If there's no IPL, there's a T20 World Cup or an Asia Cup. It's just non-stop. It is a full-time traveling circus, and what happens in the midst of all of that is that whilst you're scheduling so many series in order to get some of that sweet broadcast money, the fact of the matter is results may end up suffering a little bit, because if you're going from, like it was the case in 2025, you finish the Asia Cup, few days later you have a Test series against West Indies and then South Africa, and whilst the obvious rust wouldn't show up against a team with the lack of quality of the West Indies, it was always going to be a problem against a well-drilled South African side who are, lest we forget, the champions of the world in this format. So he has said that, yeah, I'm asked for more time. We need more time to prepare, particularly when going to format, and that's an interesting way of looking at it. But what are your thoughts on Shubman Gill's pre-match musings ahead of the ODI series against New Zealand? You can let us know all of that in the comments below, and don't forget, as always, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media too. We're on Instagram, X, and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.